Dear students, hope you are all well. So today we will begin with a chapter in geography. The name of the chapter is Natural Regions. Students, you can see the green grass in the slide, forest, the snowfall, the different animals, the birds, the different kind of food, the dressing of the people. Do we see all these different things in the world? That is what we are that we see in our surroundings. No, we don't see everything in our surroundings, but we see it on the TV program, the some of the channels in our geographical channel, right? So why is all these different all over the world? What causes this different? Let's see that. Okay, there are differences in terms of landforms, climate, soil, etc. in different parts of the world, and this difference is mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. So therefore, the differences in the climate in the soil that has the impact on flora and fauna, that is the different animals, the trees that are based on the climate, the different clothes are worn, the houses are made in different manner. Where it is snowing, they will make different types of houses. Where there is heavy rainfall, there will be different types of houses. Okay. So based on that, there is biodiversity in different parts of the world. On the other hand, students, there is similarities. That means there are some things which are same in some regions. Okay, there are similarities in climate, vegetation, and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes. Latitudes are the sleeping lines, right? And which are the different continents? They are Asia, Australia, Africa, Europe, North America, and South America. These are the 7 continents. Children, and these similarities, they stand out to the distinctive features. These regions based on the natural factors means based on nature, they are called natural regions. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about the different natural regions which are based on the same climate or the same vegetation and animal life. So we'll see the different regions. Okay. Then what is their occupation? What kinds of animals do you find there? Okay, their houses, we will see that. Now the different natural regions which we are going to study in this chapter are the tundra region, the taiga region, the grasslands, the hot desert region, and the equatorial region. Now, as we said, they are based on the different latitudes. That means the sleeping lines that are based on the latitude. Now, see your children, 0 degree. Here is the equator. And we have learned that near the equator, it's very, very hot. So, between 5 degrees north and 5 degrees south of the equator, we have the equatorial region. And near the equator, the temperature is very high. There is too much of heat and rainfall throughout the year. Remember, near the equator is always the equatorial region. We will study in detail further, but understand the location. Okay, we will learn about these regions in detail, but just understand the location where you will find it, where you will find these regions. Then we will go here. You can see this white, right? That is the snow here between 65 degrees. So towards the poles. Okay, 65 degrees to 90 degrees north parallel. Here is the tundra region. So as you move toward the poles, how the temperature will be? Cold. So in the tundra region, it's very cold. That is why it's called as tundra region. And approximately same year, between 55 degrees and 65 degrees north parallel, you will see the taiga region. Here also it's cold. Okay. The winter temperature is below 0 degrees. So we learned that tundra region is here between 65 degrees to 90 degrees, it's very cold. Then below the tundra region, we have the taiga region. That is between 55 degrees and 65 degrees north parallel. Here also you will find it cold and snowfalls. Then we learn the equatorial region. Then above the equatorial region, children, we have the between 20 degrees and 30 degrees. Here the climate is dry air, okay, and it's hot. So that is a desert region. Now we will learn about these regions in detail. Okay. First is tundra region. As we saw, tundra region, where does it lies? It lies between 65 degrees to 90 degrees parallel, and it is found in which all places you will find tundra region. It is in Greenland, Canada, Europe, and as we said, it's very cold. Now, what type of trees you will find over here? You will find short grass, small shrubs, and they do not last. Okay, these trees don't last for long. They are very short-lived. You will get flowers, lichens, moss, and the animal life in that region are polar bear, the reindeers, the walrus, and you will see all these animals. They have thick fur. Their skin is always thick. You can see of these animals, so that they are protected from the snow. Okay, see, this is the seal and this is the lichen moss. Lichen moss is the fungus which grows on the trees. And see their houses. Can you see the houses? Children, they are making houses out of blocks of ice, snow. Okay, of ice, of snow, they are making houses. These houses are called igloos. And see the people there, they are called as Eskimos. Sometimes we feel, wow, they are in the snow. They are in the ice. It is so nice for them, right? But they have a tough life. And their main occupation there is their work. What work do? They do is hunting and fisheries. Okay? Hunting and fishing, that is their main occupation. Now the next region is the taiga region. Now taiga region also lies between 55 degrees and 65 degrees north parallel, and it is found in which all places you will get? Alaska, Atlantic coast, okay? And rain falls in the summer season over here in these places, and snow falls in the winters. And children, the trees, the vegetation, what all trees you find in this taiga region? You will find coniferous forest, and see the trees. These trees, they look like Christmas trees. You can see in the slide. The leaves are narrow and pointed, and they are leaning towards the ground. Okay, the leaves are leaning towards the ground. See, here also nature has bestowed on them these types of leaves, so that when it is snowing, the leaves are pointed towards the ground, so the snow automatically falls, slide downwards. Okay. So the snow will automatically slide downwards. Okay. And these trees, which are the coniferous trees, they are wood. The wood of this tree is very light and soft wood they have. Okay. These coniferous trees. Then the different animals that are found in the taiga region, they are caribous, the reindeer, the silver fox, and the bears. You can see the black bear, the bobcat, the eagle, the wolf, and all these animals, they have thick fur. You can see in the picture, they have thick fur on their body. Soft and thick fur, so that they can protect them from the winters, from the snow. Now, what is their occupation over there? The main occupation is lumbering and hunting. What is lumbering? Lumbering is when they cut the wood, the coniferous forest, we see in the trees just now, when they cut the wood. So that wood is soft and they make use of the pulp of that wood. Now they make use for making papers, then they make boxes out of that soft wood. Then they hunt animals for their food. They also hunt animals for their food. So that is their main occupation, that is lumbering and hunting. Now we are going to learn about the grasslands or the temperate regions, that is also called as steppes and the prairies. These grasslands are found between 30 degrees and 55 degrees north and south parallels in the interior of the continent. And children, the grasslands have got different names. That means in different regions they have different names. As steppes in Eurasia, velds in South Africa, pampas in South America, prairies in North America. Okay, so they have different names. Now here you will see patches of grasses. You will not see trees over here. You will find trees but not much. The tree which is found is called as elder or poplar tree. Okay, the name of the trees. And the grasses get dried up in the winter. These grasses, they mostly get dried up in the winter. Now there are wild animals which in these regions, in this grassland regions, they are deer, wolf, the dingoes, and they domesticate animals also. That means they rear animals. That is the main occupation, that are sheep, goat, cattle, horse, donkey. Now you know that sheep, they can use the sheep for wool. Goat, they can use it for meat. Cattle for milk. So rearing of animal is the main occupation. Earlier, people were living a nomadic life. That means in this grassland region, people used to live a nomadic life. Now, what is nomadic life? They used to not stay in one place for long days. They used to keep on moving. So they had houses like this, right? You can see in the picture they had houses like this. They were made of hide, that is skin of animals. These houses were made of skin of animals. They were called as yurts. Okay, and the people are called as Kyrgyz. Okay, people in this region are called as Kyrgyz. But today they are not called as nomads. Why? Because they don't keep on moving. They have a well-built houses and they also grow wheat. Okay, they also grow wheat. Now we will see the grasslands of Sudan type. This is another region. These grasslands are found between 5 degrees to 20 degrees north and south parallels. Here also you will see there are different names in the different continents. Okay, in different regions, in these grassland regions, they have different names. Like the savanna is in Africa, Queensland is in Australia, Parkland in Africa, and there are other grasslands with different names. Now here in the Sudan type of grassland, you will see the grass is very tall, as you can see in the picture. It's very tall and thick grass. It is around 6 meters in height. So this grass is also called as elephant grass. Okay. Here also trees are very rare. Will not find much trees. You will see some trees. Here in this region, the main tree which is found is, you can see in the picture, it's like an umbrella shaped. Okay. Or you can say like a canopy. It is a gave tree, very rarely found. Okay. And here you will see in this region, cactus is found. Okay. Here also they have herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals like lion, cheetah, hyena. All the wild animals are found in this region. And the houses are made with mud. Can you see? These houses are made with mud. And the people stay in this region. They are the Maasai tribe, they are the Hosa tribe, Zulu tribe. These are, and their dressing is also different. They are mostly seen in the African continents, okay? And they are staying between 5 degrees to 20 degrees. So their summer temperature is around 35 degrees. So it is very, very hot in that region. Now the next is the equatorial region. As I explained to you, it lies in the equator between 5 degree north and 5 degrees south of the equator. You can see here children, this is the equator, right? 5 degree north and 5 degree south. Now here also it is high heat and rainfalls throughout the year. Here children, you can see the people over here, you can see their houses. and there is very less population in this region, and they are mostly tribes, and these tribes are called primaries in Africa, Boro Indians. So they have different names. Okay, in different region they are called with different names. So you can see the trees, children, over here. They are the dense evergreen trees, very tall trees. And these animals, you can see the chimpanzees, the gorillas, the hornbills, and they have a poisonous insect. Okay, in this region, you'll find a poisonous insect. You can see the picture over there. That insect is called as tissy fly. Okay, and the population, as I said, they are all tribes. And the main occupation is what in this region, as their population is very less, they depend on nature. Okay, they keep on depending on nature. Now, the last region is the hot desert region. Now, the hot desert region, children, it is hot, right? It lies between 20 degrees and 30 degrees north and south parallels. You will find these in the western part of the continents in North Africa, North America, and see the names. They have different desert names. Sahara is in North Africa, Colorado Desert in North America, and Asia we find the Thar Desert. So there is too much of heat, tremendous heat, and very low rainfall. And nights are cold, okay? Nights are cold in this desert region. And the only vegetation mostly you will find here, the only tree you will find here is the cactus tree, which you can see in your picture, okay? Which plants you will get here is the cactus, and you can see those palm trees. They are the date palm trees. Okay. Now, which is the most important animals of the hot desert? It is the camel, because the camel can survive for days without water. And it is an important animal because it is useful for transport. Otherwise, it is so difficult to go around in the desert, right? You cannot go walking in the desert because the weather, it's very hot also over there. So camel is an important animal, and they domesticate other animals like the donkeys, the sheep, the oxen. The people in this region, they are called as Benedos in Sahara region, the Bushmen in the Kalahari, the Abegonia in the Australia. So they are called with different names. Rearing of animals is their main occupation. That is, they domesticate animals, and these animals fulfill their needs, as they can use few of these animals for their food also. They use the camel for transportation. So their needs are fulfilled through the animals. And as there is less water, only there is agriculture will be confined to where there is small patch of water or valley. So they grow crops, but only in that place where you will find water, they grow crops over there. Okay. Now, children, we studied the different natural regions, and natural regions we studied that they were found in specific latitudes, right? Latitudinal extent. Now we are going to learn the monsoon region, and the region stands up to due to the local conditions. Okay. It stand out because of the specific winds blowing. As we learned in the previous chapter, monsoon region, it is because of the winds blowing there. And we will find this in monsoon region in the north and the south of the equator between 10 degrees and 30 degrees north and south parallels. Your children, you will find different kinds of trees. There are deciduous forest. You will have the banyan trees, all bigger trees. Okay, banyan trees, the peepal trees, the teak, the bamboo tree. You can see a bamboo tree, right? And we will have wild animals such as tiger, lion, cheetah, elephant, bear, snakes. Then they domesticate animals like cattle, goats, and horses. And here you can see the houses, children. In the first picture, you can see the houses. It is a small hamlet. It is like a small hut. Okay, the houses are. And the main occupation of the people in the monsoon region. The main work is that, what is the main occupation in this monsoon region? You can see in the second picture is agriculture. They grow crops. Now, after studying the monsoon region, we will study the Mediterranean region. This region also stands out to the local conditions. In the Mediterranean region, children, it is known for its rainfall in winters. So rain falls in winters. Okay? And the Mediterranean region extends between 30 degrees and 40 degrees parallel in both the hemispheres. Now you will find this region in places like Portugal, all foreign countries, Portugal, Spain, Algeria. And as I said, it rains in winters. Here you will see mainly the Mediterranean forest. We've seen these trees before, right? You can see in the picture. They remind you of the Christmas trees. Yes, you will find them. They are the coniferous trees. And children, there due to animal husbandry, they domesticate animals such as goat, sheep, cows and horses for their own use. Okay? The main seat of the Mediterranean region is here. You can find in Greece. You can see in that map, Greece, you can find some in Rome. So Mediterranean region is the main center for the Roman civilization. There are people from, mostly from out countries. Okay. The Greek and the Roman civilization. The main occupation, that is the main work that these people do here is agriculture. Okay. Mostly fruits and flowers they grow, they cultivate. Okay. That is their main food. The main staple diet they eat is the wheat products. Wheat also they grow. And the dressing, as you can see, it is colorful. You can see in the slide. They wear colorful costumes. Okay, so children, in this chapter, we learned the different natural regions. Then we learned the monsoon, the Mediterranean region. We learned about the climate, the vegetation, the occupation. And as one travels from equator to the poles, the biodiversity narrows. That means in different regions, there are different crops grown, there is different occupation, there are different houses. As this leads to the issue of availability of natural resources. There are differences in the environment, okay? There are differences in the environment, right, in different region. So these resources also are different in different natural region. And the use of these resources depends upon the region, the progress. It depends on the progress in science and technology. And as we know that natural resources, we have to use it very carefully. Why? Because we get it from nature. So we have to use it carefully. The water, the trees, the environment. Not only humans have to use it carefully, but the entire living world. Okay? Even the animals all on the earth depend upon the available natural resources. So while utilizing, when we are using these resources, we must think of all the living organisms. They also need natural resources. Now that's your homework. The first question is, the dash region is known for its rainfall in winters. Next is, dash forests are found in the Mediterranean region. The next question, what are the characteristics of the monsoon region? And the last one is, what is the latitudinal extent of the taiga region? That's all for now. Your chapter ends over here. We will learn the next chapter in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.